and it looks we are live everywhere. All right, hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is the very fuzzy on YouTube, the very crisp and clear on TikTok, Jake Vevra. Hello, Jake.
How's it going? Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera today, man.
Yeah, it's odd. It's weird how, like, your camera always works, but today it's just making you fuzzy.
Oh, I know. I see what's going on. Hold on. Boom.
There we go.
I was focusing on the back of my phone. It was on the TikTok cam.
Gotcha. All right. Jake, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good, man. You know, drove to PA. A little bit of snow. Not too bad. Yeah, it was good. Got to see the in-laws, and yeah, the kids got to go see Santa at the mall.
Oh, nice.
Ride around on a little train. Yeah.
We usually do breakfast with Santa at a hotel here, but this year I don't know that we're going to do it. Lydia found out she's got shit going on that day, so, and I'm working, but.
Okay.
Yeah, our Thanksgiving, we did not see any in-laws. We got uninvited the day before because my daughter and wife were both sick and carrying a fever, and they said, don't bring that shit to our house. Nobody wants it. So my wife got a thought in her head. She said, you know, because we're not going to Grandma's house, I'm going to make Grandma's from scratch dinner rolls. And so we bought all the ingredients, and she started the process, and that involves letting the dough rise for 2 hours. It's got active yeast in it.
Sure.
You got to put it in a warm area, so put it on a heating vent. Forgot to close the bedroom door. The dog got into it. Had to go to the emergency vet.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, active yeast.
Many of them, huh?
Active yeast cultures in a dog belly is not the best thing in the world for the dog.
Right.
So that was our Thanksgiving. It was all good, though.
I think I caught a little something. So if I'm a little hoarse, that's why.
That's all right. So I sent you said a little snow. I sent you a video this morning from CNN. Iowa made the national news, my friend. Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa, and Iowa City, Iowa made the national news.
Yeah, I knew there was snow. I didn't know it was that bad, though.
It actually, they said we were going to get 10 to 12 inches. I wonder if we even got 5, but I got to drive into that. I had a gig on Friday night, and the snow was supposed to start around 9, and so I'm east of the storm, and it's heading east, so I got to drive right dead smack into it. I was about 90 miles from home, and the final 20 miles took me as long as the first 70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
That's rough,
I'm driving back. I'm like, okay, I'm making good time. I know I'm driving into it soon because I'm messaging my wife. I'm telling my phone, like, hey, phone, send a text message. And I'm doing voice to text so I can keep my hands on the wheel. And she's like, all right, now the snow is at mile marker 268. Now it's at 272. She's watching the cameras, so I know I'm driving into it. And at one point, I'm giving her updates, and I didn't take a screenshot of the message or anything, but it's just one of those beautiful messages that goes like this. Hey, phone, send a message to my wife. All right, I'm at mile marker 259. I've seen one car in the ditch. Holy fuck, that car is all sorts of fucked up. Holy shit. Because I just happened to see a car that had been hit and smashed and all sorts. Man. So you get this message that starts one way. Hey, Rich is here.
Sure.
And then it became something else. But yeah.
That is one thing I definitely do not miss about Iowa. Those goddamn blizzards are awful. Out in New York, no blizzards. Even though it's not any further south or further north, you take 80 the whole way. I think it's because it's on the ocean. Something about that. Even when it does snow, it's like you got all the subways and all the buildings and everything kind of warms it up enough to where it doesn't really stay for long. If we really get hit hard, you might see some standing snow for a bit, but nothing like back home, man.
And the wind can't, with all the buildings, the wind can't pick it up. Like they can create tunnels, but here it stopped snowing overnight, and I did a final shovel before bed.
Well, it does get windy. It does get windy by the ocean and stuff.
It gets windy by the seaside, right? But
something about it, you just don't get as much snow here, man. I don't know what it is.
But I had to I did a final shovel before bed, and then it stopped snowing. But I had to do a morning shovel because the wind blew drifts all across the driveway. So even though there was no new snow coming in, there was still snow. But we're gonna have a white Christmas here, my friend. We're in a winter wonderland already. And now you have to miss this, though, from Iowa. You do have to miss this. It is bitter cold today. There's snow everywhere, but man, blue skies and bright sun. I love those days. I love cold winter days with snow and bright sun, blue sky. I think they're great.
I'm over the snow forever.
Oh,
fuck that.
I like winter.
Goddamn lizard. I want summer, 12 months out of the year. I do not like the cold at all. And some people are like, oh, well, you're from the Midwest. You should be used to the cold. Nah. I hated it every year. It's fine when you're a kid and you're playing it and stuff, but I do not like the snow at all. In fact, you guys should elect your own Zoran Mamdani to get rid of snow. That's right. He promises Zoran's going to be the mayor of the entire country. He's going to be the mayor. I know that's technically called the president or whatever. No, he's just going to be the mayor individually of every city. He has promised to get rid of snow in the Midwest. He's going to freeze the snow. That's what he's going to do. He's going to freeze the snow. No more snow. You guys are good.
I lived in Los Angeles for a handful of years. Perpetual sun got boring. It really did. You when it would rain in February was pretty much the only time it rained. It was like, oh, thank God, something different. I like 4 seasons. I like winter. The only season I don't like is spring. Spring because everything turns to fucking mud. It's like it gets warm and then it gets shitty and sloshy. Fall is nice because spring is bad just because everything turns to mud. I hate mud.
Yeah, I hate the winter. I love spring because I'll put up with the mud because of the promise that it will be warm outside. And I will be able to go running with my shirt off and not be cold, and it's going to be great.
All right, fair enough. Shall we jump into some news, my friend?
Let's do it.
I'm not really sure this is news, but the first thing I want to talk about, I had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and like the algorithm, the social media algorithm, I swear, I mean, before the birthday, we talked about this. Before my birthday, for some reason, I was getting ads on how to bottom and be gay, which was awesome. Literally 2 days after my birthday, my feed filled up with erectile dysfunction ads. It's like, oh, you're old now.
That's amazing.
You just had a birthday. You must have ED. And the best erectile dysfunction ad I got, I sent to you because it opens with, it's a guy working out at a gym with I can't remember if there's music, but either way, this is how I ruined my pelvic floor muscles and ended up with erectile dysfunction because I was masturbating wrong my entire life. I honestly didn't watch the rest of the video because I didn't know you
was going to go into technique. I watched the whole
Yes! Video. That I was waiting for that, and when it didn't, when it was just a pitch, that's when I stopped watching. I'm like, ooh, have I been masturbating wrong? But it didn't say, like, was he going hand upside down? Right. Or
was he going reverse ranch hand style?
Yeah.
Or was he going orthodox?
Was he wringing it, and like tightening the blood vessels? It's like, that's not good. But how do you masturbate wrong?
Punch the tip. You're not supposed to punch it. When they say beat your meats, it's not a literal term. So.
Right. It's the strangest goddamn ad I've ever seen. But did you read the bottom of the ad?
I don't remember. Refresh me.
And right down here it says, "My erectile dysfunction is gone thanks to Kegels." So it's male Kegels. It's like you always hear it for women, but guys, I guess we can do it too. So we just have to like flex the tip of our dick somehow.
Dude, I hope it's another ad that's sneakily, because Kegels means you're squeezing the vaginal or anal walls. I hope it's another video that's sneakily trying to get you to bottom. It's just yet another video. You know what really keeps me hard? As a doctor who cures erectile dysfunction, a huge 9-inch dick in my ass. So you should do some ass Kegels and get ready for that son of a gun, because you don't want to tense up on game day, I
thought it was a weird switch too, from hey, be a good bottom to erectile dysfunction, but well, especially, wait a second. What?
Algorithm is just about straight dudes who fuck really well. I don't know what you're doing there. I don't know.
Neither do I. But okay. So I said the social media algorithm is good because it knew I got old and probably have ED. But why, if I am a bottom, why do I need an erection?
Well,
Think about that.
I think they got to enjoy it. It's not the 1950s anymore. Bottoms are supposed to enjoy themselves too. They're supposed to have it.
Yeah, but if they're taking it, why do I need a boner to take it? That's what I'm saying. I don't think
you a prison bottom. You're supposed to enjoy it on the outside. You're a free man. You've been incarcerated too long. You know what you are? You're the bottom version of the old man in Shawshank Redemption. I saw a bottom once when I was a boy. Now we're everywhere, and he's just completely institutionalized.
I've never heard prison bottom before. That took me by surprise.
Me neither, till I went to Rikers. I got used to the term real quick.
Oh, you're a prison bottom.
I got a lot of menthol cigarettes and ramen out of the deal. I'll say that.
Oh, you're still flaccid. You must be a prison bottom. You don't even like this.
Yeah. You know, it's what it is. Hard times.
Well,
goddamn tariffs, you know.
The sad thing is if you do Kegels, like, I mean, I didn't think about overstimulated nerves or the one. I want to know what they're selling, because you could do Kegels on your own. Like, oh, there's a 3-minute quiz I could have taken. That's what I should have done. I should have clicked and taken the 3-minute quiz.
Let's both take the 3-minute Kegel quiz for next episode, and it could be a part 2 to the cock Kegels, cockles as I call them.
That cockles. Why didn't they put that in there? All right, well,
yeah.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I watched the video and it was kind of making good points that I've sort of said throughout the years about porn brain, basically.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but
because they were focusing too much on, I feel, the physical aspect of it in the video, while they were addressing the mental part and, you know, sort of breezing over it and just showing guys working out. Like, no, you need to work your cock muscles or whatever. But really what he was talking about in the video is he's beating off to porn too much. He's getting too used to the porn. He's coming really quick. He's doing the thing where he just puts it on and that's my favorite scene and I'm done now, you know? Kids nowadays never had to deal with VHS where they got to start at the scene. Oh, she's ordering a pizza. I wonder what kind of toppings are on it. And you got to start beating off slowly. And then, you know, you get to your favorite scene a few minutes in. No, they could just start right at the woman sitting on a birthday cake. That's my specific thing. Yep, there's a birthday cake. There's the ass. I'm done. Time to go about the rest of my day. And what he was saying is that in terms of the physical aspect of it, he's not maintaining the erection long enough before he nuts. So he's sort of like a sprinter, not a marathon runner, if you will. And so he needs to have a little bit more marathon jerk sessions. Now, I would argue that edging to porn is kind of the other extreme. Now, you're just kind of going and you're getting up, you're getting down, you're going up, going down, and not really finishing. And that's its own little thing.
Yeah, that's a little.
However you do it, I think too much porn, you get porn brain, and now you're just used to coming to porn. And, you physically get going, and now your body's just sort of like, hey, this isn't how we come. What's she doing here? What's she doing here? I thought this was about you and me. I thought we had a good thing going here. Now your dick's on. No, you know what? I'm a protest. I'm having a sit-in. That's right. I'm having a Kegel civil rights sit-in, and I'm just gonna sit down flaccid. And I don't care how much you beat me. I don't care how much you beat me. I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm not gonna come. I miss you. No, I thought we had something going, and now the dick doesn't really want to work now that somebody else is there because you're not used to it. So what I would suggest to anybody who's having this problem, other than just, hey, fuck a lot, sure, but you got to kind of get it going with somebody first. And so just going straight from like all this porn all the time to somebody, now you're going flaccid. That's not really good. What I would suggest is just beat off, but like without the porn. And that might be a little bit hard, but you're going to have to do it like our ancestors did. You're just going to have to say, what's hard, man?
I use my memory all the time
going on in your brain. Yeah, I mean, but kids these days, you know what I mean?
That's
and
true.
There was probably some version of this back in the day. Some guy who was just beating off the hustler too much, going all the way back to, there was some caveman who was like, they chiseled titties on side of wall. Now Gunther only beats off to titties chiseled into side of cave wall. And when I'm with cave woman, I get soft and embarrassed. Gunther not know why. Gunther think God's angry at Gunther's penis. Gunther sacrificed chicken to his cock, but cock still not work. Gunther have cave wall brain and cannot perform.
Oh,
Is Gunther cave bottom? I don't know. Well, I need to explore Gunther's sexuality in this game and figure out what I'm really into. What's Gunther still all about?
two things. One, Todd says he'll end up with tennis elbow at that rate. Yeah, you're gonna get something going on. You're helping. But really quickly, I did see pop up on TikTok another one of those goddamn notifications that said some of the comments have been filtered due to create a safe space. If you have commented on TikTok and TikTok filtered your comment, we're sorry. We don't want a safe space here.
Anytime we're on erectile dysfunction and cave pussy or whatever, I want the craziest comments you can imagine. So go nuts.
Come over to YouTube and you can comment whatever you want. It's unfiltered. But I for a while, Todd also says there should be a Goodwill for old mags. I somewhere believe, I know I had it for years, I had the final staple episode of Playboy and the first glue issue, not episode, issue, the final staple issue and the first glue episode. Playboy went from being stapled to a glue binding. Wow. Okay. And I had the last episode. I keep saying episode.
You do that.
Yeah, I had the last issue with staple and the first one with glue. And I think the last one with staple had Madonna. And I don't remember. I thought I had them somewhere.
Had to do that. There was a big lawsuit. A fellow was yanking with that thing on his
and he
caught it like a fish hook. He fish hooked his own willy hole, and he had to go to the emergency room to free Willy, so to speak, and he sued Playboy. Then they had
You're not old yet. Wait until the advertisements for toe fungus medications and adult diapers start popping up. Yes, once they've given up on your erection, once they say you can't even, or the battle is lost, we're just going straight to toe fungus and diapers. I see the Depends diapers in the pharmacy. Right, they have them lined up right next to where I pick up prescriptions. I don't know how those models do it because they're all fucking smiling. It's always a man or a woman in a t-shirt and an adult diaper. And they're like, I feel confident now. It's like, you're in an adult diaper.
Yeah. You got to get people that actually have to wear those for a more honest, you know what I mean? Like it's not a fun day the first time you got to slap one of those things on. It's one thing if you're recovering from a surgery, fine. You know?
Yeah.
I can have a smile, but if you're just like, well, this is just the new me now. Goodbye boxer briefs. Hello diapers. That's it's going to bum you out.
All right. This is probably my favorite news story of all time because I can't believe it's a news story, but it is. Kim Kardashian is stunned to learn her brain has, quote, low activity. Her comment, that just can't be. The mother of four underwent a brain scan amid stress from her robbery trial, bar exam, and Met Gala preparations, and she has low activity. This is something we've all known for years. You're a fucking dimwit. I mean, it's just like, I've never seen anyone get medical proof they're stupid before. But
well, look, I mean, the doctor said, yeah, I medically speaking, Kris Kardashian's the brains of the family. We all know that.
She's the one that said we can
got the tits between all of you. It's really one good person, but Kylie's got the good morality or whatever. Now they're all really fucking hot.
I don't know any of them. I know the young one, the youngest one is a billionaire and is like the only actually attractive one, but it's all plastic surgery now.
What are you talking about? They're all smoking hot. Come on.
I don't think any of them are hot.
But what are you talking about?
I do think it's funny though that you said Kris is the smart one. The fact that she said, all right, you're on tape blowing your boyfriend. Let's market it. I mean, that's just genius. Who's going to do that? Let's market it. Let's sell it. We're going to make you famous.
When a sex tape comes out of their daughter, they're like, this is a bad day. She goes, I just won the lottery. I'm going to make $1 billion. I mean, dude, talk about turning a losing scratch ticket into gold. I mean,
it's amazing.
She doesn't get enough credit for that. No, she's got, I bet if you throw Kris Jenner in that MRI machine or whatever she got that thing scanned in, it's going to be off the charts. You're going to be like, dude, Einstein has nothing on this woman. When Einstein's daughter got caught blowing an NFL player on tape, he was like, oh no, and his hair stood up even crazier, and he was just sad all day. He had erectile dysfunction. He had to wear diapers. It was a whole thing.
Oh, it's funny because I guess I'm reading it. Scott Disick was scanned too. It's ahead of their scans. They're talking about things, but apparently he was like, "Wow, whenever there's something stressful going on, she's just sort of, neutral." And it's like, well, yeah, because she has nothing going on. It's like, oh, this is a really stressful situation. She's just like,
dude,
yeah.
I think being married, you know what I credit that to? No, I don't even think it said she's dumb. I think she was married to Kanye for so long that her brain was just like, as a defense mechanism, we're just going to shut the fuck down. He would just sit there going, you know why I'm the greatest of all time? Because nobody ever looked at things. You ever think about, who's really running the weather? You know who's really making it snow? I got thoughts. And the brain would just be like, I can't listen to this dribble anymore. And it would just go to fucking sleep.
The doctor says her results could be linked to chronic stress. So I think you're onto something. A multi-year marriage to a fucking, what is he, bipolar, insane person? Yeah, her brain shut down. But I love her comments. She's like, this can't be real. I just can't accept this. Like, I can accept it. But
yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm out here. I'm dropping gold nuggets on this podcast today. I'm curing all your boner problems. I'm curing all your brain problems. I'm helping out both your heads today, the big one and the little one. I really am. But yeah, I would argue that marrying Kanye West when you're already rich is a sign of low brain function already. So
yeah,
there may have been already problems before that, but that certainly heightened them.
I mean, it was one of those it's one of those situations where it rarely happens, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't give this shit any thought. But when Brad Pitt and Jen Aniston got married, it was like, oh, well, good for them. Hopefully that'll work. And it didn't. But when Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie got married, it's like, well, no, she's insane. She tears through guys. So Kim Kardashian and Kanye West was one everyone called. Everyone said, oh, this is going to be fun. It's not going to last, but it's going to be fun. Same with Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. When they hooked up, it's like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. And so, yeah, like you said, if you're rich and you're marrying
stuff like that.
What's that?
That was a fun one. They were drinking each other's blood.
Oh, Angelina. No, that was Angelina and Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, they were drinking.
But Machine Gun Kelly and who
else? Oh, they did it too?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, I don't know. But either way, like you just said, if you're rich and you're marrying Kanye,
yeah,
I honestly thought it was like, oh, I think Kim put pressure on Kanye to have children and he didn't want them. Someone just said that on TikTok. That could be.
I thought they did have kids together.
They did. The person on TikTok just said that she thinks that Kim pressured Kanye into becoming a dad before he was ready. Comments go by so quickly on TikTok. I just caught that one. So if you're commenting, we're not really seeing it. But either way, Married with Children had a great Bruce Jenner joke. What was it, Paul? I do not remember.
Jesus, we're doing deep cut Married with Children jokes? I don't remember the individual episode.
Ultra said, I miss Bruce Jenner. I remember one specific episode of I haven't burped on air in a while.
That was a rough one.
Married with Children. That was when I can't remember her name. Peggy Bundy. Who was the actress?
Kathy Siegel, is that?
Yeah, Katie Siegel, I believe.
Siegel, yeah.
She was pregnant and she suffered a miscarriage, but I remember like right up to the miscarriage, they had this running theme of no baby, and I just remember that they had the running, and then they lost it. I think they pulled a Dallas and said it was all a dream. That's how they addressed the.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
that's fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
How sad to have the miscarriage, and B, it's like it's part of the show. So
and yeah, they incorporate the pregnancy into the show, and then I don't know. I thought they could have handled it a little better than. I mean, it's a sitcom. They're not going to go into like hey, we had a miscarriage, but just to explain it away with you
can't have a.
Oh, I do remember this. The last episode, they were pointing at Marcy saying it was Bruce Jenner. Marcy was the lesbian. She had that short crop haircut. The neighbor next door.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh.
Yeah, Married with Children is one of those shows. I loved it growing up because my dad loved it and we always watch it. But man, you go back and watch it now. There's some gold nuggets in there. But it's one of those shows to where it's not made for a time when you can binge watch anything. Any of the sitcoms with the running jokes every week that they'll do it's like if you're
a one-trick pony.
Yeah. Really, Al, did a fat woman walk into the shoe store again today? Like when you hear it 4 times in a row, like that's wild.
It's got some great clips, like you said, some nuggets. It can go viral. You watch a clip and you have nostalgia, but you try and watch an episode or two. It really was just sort of like I was, we were young enough to appreciate it then, but yeah, it just is like kind of just repetitive.
It's repetitive, and it's one thing if you hear Al tell a joke about a fat woman walking into the shoe store a week ago, but it's like, bro, I just heard this 10 minutes ago. Like, you got to get some new material, man. Like, I know there's different tags to it and shit, but god damn.
Did you hear about Ed O'Neill's audition? He gave an interview. They didn't want him.
I can't hear you, man. Something happened to my...
Oh, you froze on YouTube. Now you're back on YouTube.
Out,
I can see you on YouTube, but I'm still talking. Is it my audio? Let me just double check. Audio. I'm hooked up.
I can hear you now, man.
Okay.
It might have been. I just heard it. The audio just kind of glitch out, but I unplugged. I'm back.
Gotcha. Ed O'Neill said that the producers of the show wanted him, but the studio didn't want him. And so there was a little fight, and he said for his audition, he looked at it, he said, "Oh, I know this character. This is my uncle." So he said, I'm going to get this partially wrong just because I'm doing it off memory. He said he saw all these guys auditioning and doing shit way over the top, and he just sort of leaned into his like, I'm just sitting back here making comments, and that's what worked, was the not overselling the comedy. Like he said, he didn't use this phrase, but the others were doing like Michael Richards Kramer-esque over-the-top deliveries.
That doesn't work with Al.
It had to be.
It wouldn't have worked at all. It's got to be a subtle kind of slow play.
He just said defeated by life. He said defeated by life.
Right. It's got to be that sad, sort of frustrated, depressed, and I mean, it's such a good character because it's hard to be quick while being kind of sad too, and not super high energy.
Yeah,
but he did it. Yeah, it was a really good character for that role.
It was a great character. He's also said that he didn't hate the character, but he didn't understand the show. Like he said, he said when he got Modern Family, he said, this is more who I am. I appreciate and like this. Like he didn't ever shit on Married with Children. Like, I hate the show. I wish I could get a new job.
But just as a character, it's like this character is not me. It's more like I'm playing a character.
Right. And he said he's like, okay, I get it. People like it. But when he got Modern Family, he said he was really happy because he's like, okay, I'm giving something to the universe or spiritual. He's like, this is a really, he enjoyed making people laugh with Married with Children, but he found Modern Family to have more meat on the bones. And like you said, that is the case because it was a pretty repetitive joke. It was just sort of like, well,
it was just made for a different time. It was made
different for a specific age group of men. Like you could probably do it today and it would get the same 14-year-olds.
You could, but you'd have to switch it up, man. You would have to make it more conducive to binge watching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something that works well. And I would argue this for most sitcoms back in the day. They were not made to be watched back to back to back to back to back. They were
go all the way back. You think anyone would watch Gilligan's Island? Like, oh, they're still stuck, and they, like, oh, there's Three's Company. Three's Company was literally based on a miscommunication. Two of the three characters said something, one sort of misheard it, and then the entire episode was based on, a miscommunication. That's not going to fly today. If you watch 3 episodes in a row of, and then Jack thought Christine meant this, or whatever their names were. I know Jack was John Ritter. Christine might have been Suzanne Summers.
Again, if you're waiting a week before you see the other episode, there's certain jokes you can kind of redo that's gonna hit or certain premises. It's not that it's literally the same joke every time, but it's the same premise.
Yeah.
And it's just binging just doesn't work with it. Same. I'll say Scooby-Doo. How many times? Hey, I think I figured it out, Shaggy. It's literally the first guy you guys met with the monster mask on. Is it that
right?
shit again? If you called the cops every time, like I would just start hanging up on you if I'm the number. Hey man, talk to the first guy you met in the episode.
Paul, right here. So many TV shows in the old days had zero continuity so they could be played out of order in syndication. That was the goal. If you got to 100 episodes, you were golden. You could sell it worldwide. And Paul is absolutely right.
Yeah.
They could just like punch in. Because I remember certain situations where I'm going to make this up, but like say there was a blizzard and there was a power out for some reason, they just needed to insert an episode. They could literally swap them out. They weren't puzzle pieces. They were fucking Jackson Pollocks just spraying on the fucking board. I just made a fucking puzzle art Jackson Pollock reference.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, dude. I don't even
for a TV show. All right.
I've never even heard of it.
Joe Walsh, not the musician, the former Tea Party politician, and this made news, but I got it from him. Twitter rolled out a new About This Account feature revealing where each account is operated from. The result? Unsurprisingly, a flood of supposedly, quote, patriotic American political accounts spouting hardline MAGA rhetoric were exposed as being run from abroad. These accounts present as authentic, had grassroots U.S. voices, but MAGA Nation, 400,000 followers, Eastern Europe, MAGA Scope, Nigeria, America First, Bangladesh, Turkey, Thailand. I mean, so anytime they talk, you hear all the stories about bots, but yeah, this is what, all the way back to 2016, they talk about Russian interference in elections. It's not, everybody thought Russian interference was hacking the voting machine and changing votes. Right. It's always been propaganda. It's always been amplifying anger so that we look at one another and butt heads. And this is more proof of that. Like Twitter just outed itself as, you know, that all these fucking, anytime you see the dumbest person on the internet saying something stupid about anything, it's probably a bot.
That's true. That's true. I mean, and you can tell because like a lot of times the wording isn't really right. Like grammatically, it's a little wonky. And
well, that could be in most Americans.
That's fair too. You know what I mean? That's fair. And they're just repeating shit they've read from another bot anyway. So like they're now half human, half bot, just walking around going, "Me think Democrat bad, Obamacare not good policy." You know, just shit like that. I would shit on the Democrats over this too.
Oh yeah.
If your candidate is bad enough to lose to this company of bots in a basement in Eastern Europe, the least fanciest part of Europe, then you deserve to get got. You should be able to get Eastern Europe.
Honestly, though, that says something sad about us, and that's the level we respond to, because I didn't set out to bash Trump with this news report, but that's basically the way he tweets, is these fucking incoherent, broken English all over the space. Because they say...
all in caps lock, too. All in caps lock. People, look at your own social media feeds, the people you know. The dumbest people on your feeds are the ones that fucking post all in caps lock. Not a single smart person I know. Not every dumb person, but like every person who posts like that is dumb.
I post like that occasionally when I have something really stupid funny to say.
Like
but
if it's a joke.
But I always, part of my running joke is I will put the first sentence in all caps, and then my second sentence will be in parentheses, all caps, serious business. Or like I'll call myself out because I find that funnier than just
mocking the very idea.
Right, because I find it funny
I'm talking about the people who are actually, I got something to say. No, where's the caps lock people? They need to hear this. Where's the caps lock key? They won't read it if it's lowercase. I can't read stuff that's not all in caps lock.
Actually, you know what? That's going to be the next thing, because they do have large print books for older people. I am getting boner pill ads in my feed. I'm going to start getting all caps. That'll be the easiest to read for me. Maybe these are just old people who can't read normal print and they don't know how to expand their screen on their phone like that.
You're just going to start getting ads like, does your penis not work? Caps lock. Are you having trouble maintaining erections? Well, subscribe to my thing and give me money and I will make dick work.
Have you been masturbating wrong? Have you been masturbating wrong?
You need to be typing caps lock into Pornhub when you masturbate, and your dick will be huge and hard like my letters.
Oh. Well, Kevin Spacey is set to face a civil sex assault in claims court in London.
Now, you want to talk about a man who never had trouble maintaining an erection? My God, that's who you got to ask about how to make a penis work.
I'm really torn on this one. I am, because you and I have said a million times, we'll use Bill Cosby as an example. there are these cases where it's he said, she 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 said, and it's like Kevin Spacey is kind of in that boat. It's been Kevin Spacey says, but then this guy said this, but he's won every single case. Tammy's even saying again, yeah, he's going to court again, and it's like he keeps winning. I have to start to wonder if this is one of those cases where it's just like he's sort of a, hey, do you want to fuck? Oh my God, I'm so offended. I can't believe, like, he's not coy. He's not, like, I don't know. At first, when it came out, I was like, holy shit, Kevin Spacey's got to be guilty because so many, but he keeps winning in court. These cases keep falling apart. And did you see the thing last week? Where they said he was homeless. Now, he came out and said he meant homeless in that I had to sell my home to pay my legal bills, but I'm staying in Airbnbs. Dude, I've got money.
If Kevin Spacey gets on the train and does Frank Underwood begging for money, excuse me, can I have a little bit of your time? I have fallen on hard times because of lying young men who have said that I did horrible things that I never did. Now I'm without
That's a
residence.
good impersonation.
Do you have any change in your pocket whatsoever? I swear I will not have sex with anyone who doesn't want to have sex with me. Give me money.
But I mean, we're all typing in all caps. Is Kevin related to our dear leader? I don't know how I feel about this. I'm starting to feel sympathy for Spacey.
Here's what I think probably the issue is. And
no, wait a second. Paul is asking, do the cases fall apart because he's innocent or because he's paying them off? No, he can't afford to pay. He is fighting every one of these and being found not guilty. He is winning every single case. He can't afford to pay anyone off. He's been fighting for his name. He said flat out, I am innocent and I'm going to fight to the end. And he keeps winning. And I think
Johnny Cochran's got nothing on Kevin Spacey's lawyer. They're going to be making docs about that guy. You know what I mean? His partners, kids are going to be billionaires from sex videos.
If the condom doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, and he's doing it as Frank Underwood. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client is not guilty. I say he has been wrongly accused by a stream, an intricate network of liars and charlatans. You must find him innocent.
Well,
let him be a free man.
Ultra says Kevin and James should do a major motion picture together. James is just a right-wing asshole troll now. Kevin Spacey isn't a troll. Yeah,
I mean, there's a little bit of a difference between I fucked a 14-year-old boy and I like Trump. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm a lefty and all, but like,
yeah, I don't know that they're the same boat, yeah. but.
You think 14-year-olds is bad? This guy retweeted Jordan Peterson. Oh, he's a monster.
Well, I mean, again, the 14-year-old he was found innocent of. Again, that would like literally not. He didn't pay the guy off. He was found innocent.
Well, so there's a couple things going on here. I think, right?
Go for it.
One thing, these are things that happened a while ago, and stuff gets tough to prove with things like this that happened a long time ago.
True.
And if you notice in the article, it says he is now being sued in civil court.
Oh, that's how they got OJ. They found him guilty. Right. Yeah, and they found him. Yeah, OJ got off, and he got busted in civil. You're right.
So now the reason that people are easily convicted in civil court compared to criminal court is the burden of proof is different in civil court. Now, in criminal court, you are innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So if something in criminal court is like, we are pretty sure this guy did it, but we do not have the smoking gun, you have to let that man go. Ideally speaking.
Yeah, civil court is, you really hurt his feelings. We can tell you made a tweet that it's
civil court. Well, not that you can be found guilty.
I'm using bad language.
Yeah. It's that the burden of proof is different. It now comes to what do we think happened?
Yes.
Based on the evidence, as opposed to what can we prove beyond a shadow of a doubt happened?
Yes.
That's basically the difference between the burden of proof. This is a dumbed down version of what my intro to law professor told me 20 years ago. So I apologize to any lawyers out there who think I sound dumb as fuck. I sound
well, like here, Todd's got it. A preponderance of evidence versus beyond reasonable doubt. Yes.
Yes. Preponderance, that sounds like a erectile dysfunction medication. I don't know what the fuck that means, bro. So to any lawyers out there, I sound like I'm giving this definition all in caps lock, you know? That's what I sound like right now. So, so basically, I think there's that it gets tougher to actually prove things in sexual assault cases anyway, because many times there's no other witnesses. There's not going to be any physical DNA evidence from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It is going to come down to one person's word against another. And if that isn't the case, 9 out of 10 times that person will walk, because again, in a legal, and a lot of the, especially with the Me Too stuff, they're gonna be like, oh, that's because the everybody's sexist or doesn't believe victims and all that. It's like, yeah, there was a lot of that going on. I'm not trying to minimize that, but there's also the burden of proof in a criminal case, which is what things like sexual assault are, just like an assault case. I mean, if there's not physical evidence and it's one person's word against another, usually they're going to end up going free. Now, in a civil case, it can be a little different, because we're not assuming a person is innocent until being found guilty.
Look at YouTube.
The oldest couple. Wait, I am taking every word that Jake is facts, that I'm going to repeat it. Hell yeah, dude. Repeat it like a parrot. Parrot everything I'm saying all week long.
That's a good one, too. The oddest couple. All right. I've sent you something 2 weeks. This is the third week in a row I've sent it, and we haven't gotten to it. We don't have to talk about it long because we're out of time. But 3 weeks ago, I discovered, and I didn't say, have you stumbled across the thing I sent you 3 weeks ago, that Scientology is now on TikTok? And not only are they on TikTok, but they're approaching it the correct way. They're not like, amazing. Scientology, have you thought about getting clear? They're like trying to do young and hip. Hey, everybody, let's talk about Scientology. And
they got Tom Cruise directing the TikTok videos.
Well, they're responding to comments with, like, I don't want to say funny responses, but they're not getting combative or defensive. Like, I saw one that was like batshit crazy Scientology, and I just responded with a picture of Stan Marsh, because he was the leader, the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard. So they responded with, he's cool, but I've always been more of a Cartman. Like, they don't take anything as... So I responded like, Cartman's awesome, but you have to remember, Stan was the real, and they forgot that. But it's like, they're going through and responding without being like, fuck you, Scientology is the way, Scientology is whatever. But it's like really interesting that Scientology is making a push on TikTok now. Paul is correct. I don't know what's crazier, Scientology or Mormons. And they're both pretty batshit. I'm going to go with Scientology just because of the aliens angle. Like, Mormonism
aliens angle, and there was videos of that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen videos of that guy talking. I'm like, if you're following that guy, to be fair to anybody who follows any of these other kooky religions, I don't care if it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, even Mormonism, at least the people who claim to be talking to God, there's no videos of them with fucked up teeth going, just looking all crazy. And it's like, dude, that's your guy? That's your guy. At least this is just written down, and they go, he was this wise guy. You should have seen him work in a room. He was great in front of a crowd. You'll never be able to see him live or on video, though, because no video back then. But just take our word for it and give us your money.
I mean, Joseph Smith, fucking con man, but he had to be able to sell as good as Donald Trump does. I mean, there had to be an audience for it.
Joey could work a room.
But Elron, to literally go... To have the quote, science fiction writing is okay, but if you want to make money, start a religion. And then people literally go, oh, well, I'm sure he's legit, even though he's got a quote. I had to go to an LD with my grandma's kid, so I know they're nuts. Yeah, I mean, I follow here we go. They took over my town. Oh, Clearwater, Florida. That's Scientology, like a ghost town, except for flag buses and zombies. Yeah, They own Clearwater. They are.
And now, to be fair to the Mormons too, I don't think they have like a slave ship on international waters either.
True.
Where they're duping people into going. I'm not saying they didn't do fucked up shit 100 years ago, like every religion did.
Yeah.
Sorry, they all went around massacring people and having a bunch of wives and shit at some point. Like they all did crazy shit. Maybe different versions of crazy shit, but they all did. This is going on right now.
And it's also.
Everyone's religion did some shit back in the day, but like, what are they doing right now?
To me, if like take away the aliens and all if you really want to break it down and have a serious discussion, my issue with Scientology is believe whatever you want to believe. I don't care. That's great. Whatever you think. But every single religion in the world says, hey, was founded on, hey, I have this belief. I want to share it, follow these rules, do whatever. And they try and get a gathering. And here's the truth. Here's the way and the truth. Follow these. I'm writing a book.
Right.
Scientology is the only one that says, we have the answers. You have to pay to audit courses. Like, you're supposed to tithe with churches. The only one that says you have to pay us for, and that doesn't seem, like, if you really have the answers and you want to make humanity better, you give it away. You say, come join me. I have the answers. You don't say, hey, sign a 1 million-year contract and sign up for classes to get. Religions generally, by and large, do not charge an entrance fee. Todd just woke up.
Our reading
or
from
Tired
Matthew
just woke up.
3:16. If you would like to read Matthew 3:17, I will pass around a credit card machine. You swipe, you can stay in the pews.
Is it actually a pass around a credit card machine, or is it after the service, the tap here to add a gratuity? Because that's the big one these days, is adding a tip to everything.
Boom. That's see, once the religious organizations start seeing what the serving industry's doing, they're like, we've been doing it wrong for centuries, boys.
I tried ordering Thai food the day before Thanksgiving. I was going to surprise my wife, and I did surprise her, but I went online to order online, and it said add a tip, and I'm like, not yet. I'll see what it's, and it said you cannot order without adding a tip online. So I called the restaurant and was able to order, and then I went in, and they were nice, and I tipped them. I did tip for my pickup order.
In cash, so it doesn't go to corporate, it doesn't get taxed and stuff like that.
But it's just like, that it said you cannot leave the tip spot blank. Like, that's kind of bullshit. I thought that was
a lot of those companies that put that in there. I mean, not only is it getting taxed, obviously, but like a lot of the companies are taking a piece of that.
Yeah,
you got to be careful with that shit. Yeah, always tip cash if you can.
All right, we are done. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me quick look at my calendar. I know on December 13th I have to switch to Sunday. Next Saturday, the 6th, I'm good. I'm good on the 20th. I'm good maybe on the 27th. It says drive home. Oh, no, the 27th, I'm coming home after Christmas. So the 28th. So next week should be good on Saturday. Then Sunday. So because we're in the holidays, everyone, the live cast is going to be bumped around. Jake will get a schedule that's going to mess things up. We will go live every week. We don't go dark for the holidays. The only episode we have missed in, God, it's been 10 years or more, was when Jake's dad passed. We will be live during the holidays. Just watch for, I will update when we are going live. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel.com. I have a t-shirt store. Pick up a stocking stuffer for your friends and family for Christmas. I have a special on YouTube, Unapologetic. I write books. Pick one of those up. Really quick before I get to Jake. I worked with a guy that was a Scientologist. He used to brag about his heritage being royalty. I got tired of it, and then you're really after that he quit. Okay, I thought it was going to be more of it, but thanks for sharing, Kyle. You read. Anyway, Jake is Jake Vevra, at Jake Vevra on all social media, Instagram, Facebook. If you're old, Jake's on Snapchat and OnlyFans. Thanks, Tammy.
Damn right.
Richard, you have a week too. But either way, Jake has a special Unalived by Dog Pills, and we will see you, I believe, next Saturday on the 6th.
It's on YouTube. Scientology cured my erectile dysfunction by giving me a pill, but when I came to, I was surrounded by Tom Cruise and Kevin Spacey. But by golly, I was